Hi, my name is Sister Miriam. My oldest friends are people who, for the most part, I have never actually met. I know that sounds kind of strange, but my parents introduced me to these friends, the poor souls in purgatory, when I was a young child. As a child, I was very moved by the fact that the poor souls cannot pray for themselves. They're dependent on us. They need us. And as a child, not many people needed me. I was usually the vulnerable and dependent one, the one who had needs that other people met. So I felt a certain connection with these poor souls who look to us and who benefit from our prayers and our sacrifices for them. I have to admit that I have not always been faithful to praying and sacrificing for the poor souls, but sooner or later, something always brings me back to the importance of praying for them. For example, every time the month of November comes around, or when someone that I know and love passes away, or even right now, trips to the dentist, because my current dentist's office actually overlooks a cemetery, and I've often prayed more diligently for the poor souls in the dentist chair there than I have in many churches. Many of you have probably heard of the Marian apparition that took place in Knock, Ireland in 1879. This apparition is church approved, and the local parish priest at the time had a great love for the poor souls. And so he decided to offer a novena of 100 masses for the poor souls in purgatory over 100 consecutive days. And it has been argued that the apparition reflects the gratitude of the poor souls for the masses that were offered for them, because you could say that the apparition depicts both the Mass and also heaven, because of the appearance of an altar, the Lamb of God, the saints, the angels, and Our Lady. Our Lady did not say a word during the apparition, and while some say that she couldn't get a word in edgewise because the Irish talk so much, perhaps her silence was also a nod to the poor souls, who wait patiently in silence for us to assist them with our prayers and with our sacrifices. Some of the sisters will tell you that I have a fascination with books about Navy SEALs. I particularly admire the training that men go through in order to become Navy SEALs. At times I find myself very grateful that I'm a sister and not a Navy SEAL. Our life is so much easier than theirs. One of the tasks during SEAL training is to swim 5.5 miles at nighttime in the cold ocean where sharks reside. This takes a few hours. Everyone is paired with a swim buddy, and you have to make sure that both you and your swim buddy make it to land, otherwise you both flunk. The poor souls are in some ways like our swim buddies. We help them and they help us. They may be a little ahead of us, but we both work, i.e. pray, to get the other to the same destination, to heaven. We are dependent on each other. And at least for me, this is a helpful analogy. In closing, it has always been good for me to keep in mind that the smallest things offered with love benefit the poor souls. For example, an aching tooth, a disappointment, challenges in a relationship, Navy SEAL training, sitting in a dentist chair, and of course, rosaries, indulgences, and masses. The poor souls are grateful for whatever we can do for them. So perhaps this November and throughout the year, we can keep them in mind, ask them for their intercession for us, and do what we can to help them. And perhaps you may want to tell your grandchildren and your children about the poor souls too. God bless you.